question to ladies, more specifically the ones that I come across on these live platforms where we connect and we start forming community. Do you guys really want to decenter these men? Do you guys really hate these men who talk shit about you guys and talk shit about us as women and as feminists on their platforms? Do you guys really want to decenter them? Do you guys really want to live lives free of them and just building community with women? Because if you guys really do, why are you guys always on their lives and always on their platforms? Why, when it comes to umjolo discourse, you guys are there? You guys can't leave them alone, there, and you guys are consistently engaging with these people and giving them your energy. Nizofunda nini. How many times have I said, if you guys need a space to talk, let me know, send me a DM, I will have a topic on the live. I avail myself a lot to, being on live so we can have these conversations outside of Lamadota. But no, into ndini bhaqani ithanda uyenza, ndithanda ukhwela kwezi lives nakwezi panels zigcwele Lamadota nina. And at this point, it's like, do you really want to eliminate them out of your lives, or do you guys just say it in the moment when they say things that are harmful to you specifically, or something that you feel touches home with you? Because ndiyanibona niyathanda uhlala kweza panels zamadoda when it's imjolo discourse, and it's like you have to pick a struggle, ladies. You have to pick a side. Do you want to be subjected to misogyny, or do you want to be free of misogyny that comes with the patriarchy? Because if you want to be free of that, you're going to be focusing on community building and surrounding yourselves with like-minded women who speak the same language. And I get it. Like, I always say that I'm in community with black men as far as my race, and it ends there. So you will catch me on certain panels where we're discussing politics, where I will be there and I will be engaging with them. But then again, I've also made videos on this same platform where I talk about how I do not trust Pan-African men, and I take everything that they say with a grain of salt, because they seem to understand the struggle when it comes to racism, but they do not understand it when it comes to how it is that they can not only be victims of misogyny and the patriarchy, but also perpetuate misogyny and patriarchal rhetoric and harm women in the process. So I take them with a grain of salt. You guys, it doesn't seem to me like you guys want to start taking them with a grain of salt or wanting to limit how it is that you're in community with them, because nisithanda gqithi isijolo, and I say this as a single woman, nisithanda gqithi isijolo nina, and isijolo nokuthanda indoda without actually decentering them will be your DEATH.
I'm going to give you my reasons as to why I believe feminism is failing in South Africa. Number one, it's academic and too westernized. Most of what is being labeled as feminism online comes from Western white-led movements that don't even translate well locally. I mean, everyday realities of poverty, patriarchy within black families and culture, religious and traditional expectations, customary law and marriage systems such as lobola, istembu, and inheritance law. In reality, I'm like, feminism is great as theory, but what does it do for me when I'm trying to survive? Number two, lack of internationality. Mainstream feminism has a tendency to ignore a double or triple oppression that's faced by black women, such as sexism, racism, culture, and classism. For example, a white Afrikaner girl in South Africa, her feminism will be structured around property or becoming the next CEO of a billion-dollar company. Meanwhile, a black woman in Soweto is trying to raise her kids alone. She's concerned about crime. She works long shifts, dealing with the inability to access water and electricity, proper health care, a proper paying job, and a possible GBV case. 3, the disconnect between online feminism and real-life community values. Online feminism pushes be independent, men are trash, reject marriage, cut off toxic families, and focus on yourself. But in many black communities, check the local townships if you don't believe me, religion, family, and communities are survival tools. Marriage and children are still core values. Men are often part of women's support system even when they are flawed. So a black woman like myself might see the vision of feminism and agree with its principles, but may also get me to think that it's so alienated by the feminism attributes. 4, gatekeeping and shaming. Nowadays, everything is pick me. You ask yourself relevant questions as a feminist that you reject men, but when was the last time a man actually approached you or even proposed marriage to you that you actually said no to? It has gotten to a point that even when you cook for your man, or if you desire marriage, if you desire to be with a black man, even when we talk about women and their harmful nature, everything just gets thrown in there as pygmisha. Are you a feminist truly, or are you someone who's constantly being hurt and rejected by men that you have no other way to be but a feminist? To the point that South African feminism does not even address economic equality. It talks about the ability to choose to be with a man. That's why I don't consider myself a feminist. I feel like it has a lot of work to do, especially here in Mzansi. And ladies, we cannot have this conversation all the time. Get a licensed weapon. Get a pepper spray. If you can afford a wig that costs over 500 rand, or that in clothes, going out to eat every weekend, you can definitely afford to get your own licensed weapon. Your safety and your survival is in your hands. You need to prioritize it just as you prioritize other things which are not necessary in terms of saving your life.